taking on the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago, and that went over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Bears at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here. And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Now Jackson on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football. And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room? Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October. You look at this Bears defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL. Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the front of the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a fourth down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Jackson. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offensive backfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was supposed to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Levis now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Levis. And that is incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drive. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And his kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Hey, come on.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Danielle Hunter, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now it's Jackson. That is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Going up top. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got Booker. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd down, Jackson got a man. It's Collins complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. They go play action here on first down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And Jackson throwing once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Matthew Wright on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area and disrupt.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Second and 10. Jackson. Here's Booker on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And the lead is now 17-3. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson forced out to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing is Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Hey, report.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Holmes has got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Now Jackson, eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. They go play action with Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Ready, shot. 13. Set up.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14.
On 1st down, Levis. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 44 yards.
I'll pick up the 44 yards on the play. 1st down, Colts.
Running right is Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Levis from the gun.
At the 26-yard line.
Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 3.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Back now at Soldier Field.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Report.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down, Pollard again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 1st and 10, it's Levis. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Collins. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Of course the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
To throw again is Jackson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They go play action now. Jackson. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On second down, Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. To throw is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now he's free up the right sideline.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
147 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. There's the stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Levis on 3rd down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Play action. Now Jackson. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Down the left sideline. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked